All right, welcome to Albion TV presents the AO Daily Show, your source of real news in an unreal world, keeping you up to date on the latest news, events, and the great community of Albion Online. Today is January the 13th, 2020, and I'm your host, Shozen, and with me today is my co-host, Bogul, and I think it's also a Monday, but do you really need to know that? Of course you do, because Monday means it's an invasion day, Bogul, and if you I believe we're watching Blue Army right now. Stalk down, take care, and we could watch that live on stream. Actually, I don't know. We could. I mean, Take Care knows they're being assaulted right now. They know they're being chased, right?
Hello, Shozen. Yes, I am not quite on the Invasion Day action yet because I wanted to be careful. Because today is we are supposed to do a daily show, and
Bogle.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some weird echo going on, and I'm hearing you twice.
Try again.
I don't know where. Now you seem to be normal.
All right,
oh my gosh, that was scary. It was like, you know, I came out as epic Shozen once.
Yeah.
This was like Bogle in a like doing the stadium surround speakers where you can hear him from every angle. But you're right. It is Monday.
Concert, yeah. I just wanted to mention briefly because there might be some different expectations for the people who are watching. So some people might expect Invasion Day coverage, which you might notice we are not being delayed. We're not having a delay on stream. So we need to be a little bit more careful what we show on screen today. And secondly, we have our regular program today with the AO Daily Show, where on Mondays we do a little bit of a recap of the last week. Now, we will try to mix those two things as much as possible, but only when we can, show a match, stay there for like 5-10 minutes and then maybe hop off again. So Shozen will be trying to figure out some things we can show in the background while we work through our normal program today. How about that?
Yeah, but here's something. You're going to have to throw up a cover over the map right now, Bogle. Before we do anything, you're going to have to throw up a cover over the map.
Done. Okay.
There we go. All right. Now I'm currently just watching some people get stalked down, and right now I'm watching Blue Army stalk down, take care, and they're really up in their business. And soon this should get underway, and you should be able to watch either King Mojo or Robin Hooders. And what we'll do is we'll have that on in the background. And if we can ever get some live action from people who have said that we can follow them. So I know people are going to say, why are you only following Blue Army? Because they're the only ones who told me I could follow them. So that's why we're
How can
literally
people
live.
tell you if they allow you to follow and spectate?
Well, right now you can message me in game, or you could even throw up an initial message right here live on Twitch, and then we can hop over. What we're going to be trying to do is balance between live coverage and the regular day. No, there's no regular reset coverage for those who are yelling in chat already with their big bold statements. I understand, but no, there's 4 of them, so
yeah, we have to figure out how we do these other 4 resets this week with the special event happening on Sunday. But let's get to the news shows. And how about we do have a bunch of reminders and PSAs for everybody, and we do have a little bit of new news as well. First things first, we do have the announcement that Queen is happening. I mean, we had that already quite a while, but for those of you who might have just turned into the stream, next week this time, there will be a bunch of action. And if you are curious about the changes, check out the update page. There you go. I don't want to dwell too much on this because I'm assuming 90% of the viewers of the stream already know this. So let's get to the other stuff. We do have a Outlands report being released today. Have you read this? Have you taken a look at this?
I glanced at it very quickly. I didn't get a chance to read it because I was actually doing quite a bit of advertising today. I'm hoping that we get to see some cool stuff. I know that a number of people have showed up to this invasion in force. So we would really like to be able to show you a bunch of that. And I did get distracted in the back end while trying to get it. But it seems interesting. It's the, what is it, Rex the Red? This is his 3rd report.
Mhm.
I know you read me a bit of this very dramatic interpretation of what's going on in the invasion, and I liked it. Do you want to read a little bit of this to the audience? I know you've got a great voice for reading.
What? Sure. It's from Rex the Red. I posted it in Twitch. If you want to read it yourself, it's definitely worth a little read. It's quite well written, I have to say. One thing that I found interesting is how he describes the Colossus part in the intro to that. If I can find it now. Of course, I didn't mark this. Whatever. It's been a while, few months. New enemies all over the Outlands, stomping and stuttering all over folks' territories and causing all sorts of mayhem. We Outland types are nothing if not adaptable, and we've been made to. Even if we do have to gear a bit differently or run for it when we're overwhelmed. And then he talks for some reason about traveling with handsome Jim's much less handsome and decidedly worse smelling brother, Smuggler Pete.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it goes on like this for quite a while. It's a good read. It's well written, so I encourage everybody to take a look. The Outlands Report 3 from Rex the Red, which will be the last one to last piece. I think we'll get one more of this.
Bogle, I'm watching a little bit of this invasion unfold behind us as we do this, and I just got to see a situation where there's probably about 150 squawk guys in this zone and maybe 20 bacon. And squawk are, the bacon actually got the zone, I believe, and the squawk is kind of just like playing with them a little bit and killing them. And I thought this was a really good example of playing with your food.
Oh no.
I don't know.
They're even called
bad. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but I couldn't help it because they're really just. I saw a bunch of deaths on the screen. And I was like, "What's going on over here? What are they doing?" And it was just Squawk just playing with bacon. Yeah, no, they didn't take it. They left bacon alone. Does. So in case you're wondering, they killed half of them and just left them alone. You know, they didn't wipe them out. Bacon took the tower. Well done, Bacon. Rough Bark Wood is yours.
Seems like a bunch of people are doing some practice and ZVZ practice for what's to come with Queen, huh? I think they have all week to do that, to get your feet wet, to practice your battle formations for the week with Queen, because then it counts. Right now it's, as you said, maybe just a little bit of throwing your food around or playing with your
food, yeah,
big spear, and try to poke some people for fun. But next week, I suppose that's a PSA we have. We sort of want to put this week under the umbrella of getting ready for Queen.
Yep, it's all week we're going to be getting ready for Queen. Tomorrow, if you guys are planning on moving your stuff, because everybody's going to get a free island transfer. Guilds, players, what have you. But a lot of you are moving with your guild. Tomorrow, we're going to give some tips on how to do that safely for an individual. And then on Thursday, we'll give tips on how to do that for something with more of an economy, such as a guild or a player with 26 islands, Bogle?
Well, or I will just be staying in Carlion. I'm not moving. But
I understand, but there's not a big bag market over in Martlock. I don't think they can support 26 bag crafters, though there may be other ways where players can find ways to make use of some of our good tips, and we'll be giving those out later in the week. We're going to be getting a dev talk later in the week from Robin Henkes explaining how territory capture will work. We've heard a little bit on it, but we need to know more. And people have some serious questions about how the process will go from ZVZ to kicking people out of their hideouts. And that kind of information will be released to the general public later in the week. And then we will go over it ad nauseum, because we're going to want you to know how you knock on those doors and how you knock them down.
Yes, sir. Good idea. Yes. We don't know the exact date yet, but we have confirmation that it should happen soon, very soon. Very, very soon. Any other PSAs that we have to go through today as important things before we look back at last week, because that's what we usually do on Mondays. We take a look at what happened last week and link some of these interesting.
I have two more, really, I guess.
Two?
One, we're looking for interviews.
Oh, okay.
Next week, Bogul will be here on Monday. He'll be here on Tuesday, but then it'll be just Shozen. And Shozen's going to have some guest stars on the show as we're going to do some pre-recorded interviews, mostly reactions to the Queen patch. Though I will have a season wrap-up with Sucks and King Mojo probably on Wednesday. So you guys will get to watch that. That should be a fun wrap-up of Season 8 where they talk about the 10 top guilds of the season. And since they fought against them on a regular basis, I thought it'd be good to have them on. They're always fun to talk to. They're entertaining guys. And they've only made me feel slightly awkward while I have them on the air.
How many people are you still looking for?
Let's see. I have 4 so far, so I'm looking for at least 4 more.
Okay.
And if I have more, it doesn't hurt. I can always have extras, and then we can parse them out over the coming weeks.
All right. And it's just chatting about your guild, your group, your alliance, first impressions of Queen, and random shenanigans talking to Shozen, right? That's about it? Okay.
Yeah.
Get in touch with Shozen #42. What's the Discord?
4236.
All right. If you want to set up a time.
We have something else too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Second thing, we're looking for shoutcasters. But Bogul, head over to the Lugsy Man right now.
The Lugsy Man. Okay.
The Panzerkampfwagen has told me that Zon is about to fight. Yeah.
Dude. Not
What? No, not cool.
Oh, okay. There is some action here. Yes, okay. I mean, it's basically just the Valor Alliance cleaning up. It looks like. But let's do the other PSL while we watch this.
Yeah, I'm looking for somebody to come do GVG coverage with them. We're looking for a play-by-play caster, or 2, or 3. We're looking for more people to round out our coverage. Right now, it's Taziki and Lupak, and they both have limited hours. Taziki is a full-time student, and Lupak lives in Europe. So if we could get some NA casters, I know a guy named Funstealer who would love to see some NA matches cast. It would make him happy. I know some other guys who would just love to see more EU matches cast. So if we can just get more casters in, we can try to figure out how to bring about more casting, because we're going to have this Crystal League every day, basically every day. And that gives us an opportunity to test players out with casting, because Bogul and I, in the new schedule, are hoping, it hasn't been confirmed yet, are hoping to show a match at the end of every show. No casting until we get casters, but just showing a match at the end of every show, so you guys can see a tier 3 crystal every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. Get in touch with Shozen and probably send in a demo tape, if possible. Ideally, you casting a Crystal League match, and then we can find a time and maybe even put together a regular appearance for you on the AO Daily Show. Also, tell your friends if you think somebody is fit for that job. Okay. Wow. It's 15 minutes into the show. We're still following some of the ZVZ action, but we have a look back for the last week before we turn this over into random chat, I suppose.
Yeah, I think we'll be, watching a lot of random stuff. I'm guessing this fight isn't going to go down, but they don't seem to mind us on them right now while they're hanging around the portal. If I don't know. I don't want to say go out there and fight them, because that'd be awful. But everybody likes a fight. Everybody likes a fight. I think that's what this is all about, guys. People are just looking for action right now, and that's who we're trying to follow right now. Is just people who want to have a little action, have a little fun today. But let's talk about what happened last week. On Monday, we had big news. Bogul.
Yes.
Ironborn got robbed again.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're good at that.
Getting robbed?
It seems to be like one of their big top skills. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody get robbed as many times as them. Even the great Shelty didn't get robbed as many times as them. Not even one PG is robbed as many times as them. Maybe Money Guild. No, not even Money Guild has been robbed as many times as them. Yeah.
We had the inside scoop. We had the opportunity to talk to player ES, one of the accused perpetrators, I think is the word.
Yeah, he was the guy who took it. He was the one who did it. He admitted, I took it.
Okay.
It was mine.
And then we got his side of the story on Monday. We talked about that. We, of course, last Monday also did the last week look back again, like we do every Monday, like Pinky and Brain. But that was the big news of that day. We also sort of got the first wins of the Queen stuff that was happening. The update page got released on, I think, Monday or Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And we still talked about the last year roundups on Monday a little bit more, because in the week prior, the year ended, the new month started. So that was some time to look back at 2019. And we did that a little bit again on Monday.
Do me a favor and just hop off Lugsy for now. I don't believe they're getting action here. I just don't want to. Oh. As I say that, this is exactly why I didn't really want to follow them, as these poor guys just brought in Talon. And now Lugsy's demounted. And I'm going to have to follow this, Bogul. It looks like the rest of Zorn is coming up behind him. And they're going to try to make some catches along the way. I know this is really weird, like this combination of live cast and just news show. But Bogul, we got to get used to it, because I think this might be some of the shows in the future where we're trying to cover ZVZs during our show period, as territory conquest is going to change quite a bit in the upcoming season.
Yeah. I will stay on him for a bit, but yeah, on Tuesday last week we had some follow-up information on the Ironborn robbing thing. We got some information straight up directly from the public relations department of Ironborn, that they made a statement, and we read that on stream. And we also get some wise words from Torthor himself. I don't know how much else I should say, but I'm not sure if that supported or.
Yeah, it's hard when somebody says, never mind, I don't want to get into it. We covered that last week. You can go watch it last week. We did 2 days of it, Bogul, because not only was it the big majority of what happened on Monday, because we had the alternate view on Monday. We had the man who committed the theft on Monday, right? Torthor messages me. He says I was robbed. I reach out to Torthor, reach out to player S, and only player S comes back to me, right? Mm-hmm. So I get player S's side of the story. Sounds like he's been made fun of. He's been, he hasn't been paid, and he wants to get some revenge on that. Opportunity strikes, and as we've known, it's not really hard to get somebody to agree to rip off Ego. Basically, what you do is you go to somebody in Ego and go, "Hey, would you like to rip off Ego?" And they say yes.
No, really?
Wow.
Wow. That easy?
It seems to be that easy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So Zorn is getting some action here as Lugsy is demounted for Poe. But on Tuesday, we got the rebuttal from Torthor and from one of his right hands, Del, like as in delete. And they gave us a very, very good, PC version of what happened. This is what you're going to get from the PR man. Oh, wow. This has been rough. Bogul, are you watching this fight from Zorn's perspective?
Yes, sir.
That was a quick fight from Zorn's perspective. I hope that they didn't go to meet these guys because of what they saw on our stream. I will say I did get this information from a Zorn player saying, "Come watch us. We're about to fight." And they're fighting now for their lives. Live on stream. Albion TV. It's like a Japanese game show, Bogul.
I might have to switch away from Lugsy soon. If that poor guy.
You're going to have to switch away from Lugsy soon unless you go see what lock he's in. All right. He's definitely making a comeback here. He's trying to get he got sucked up, and so did his boys. It's going to make this follow-up a little bit difficult, but they get one, and the follow-up isn't too bad. Maybe they'll get one kill here as Snowleaf seems to be out of position. Get Snowleaf. Well done. Hexa is going to have a problem staying alive there, and if I was Zorn, I'd be collapsing on Beowulf. nicely done. I thought Zorn was going to get wiped out by these CIR guys. They had such a strong initial push by CIR. They seemed so much better prepared for this situation than Zorn was. But Zorn has regrouped. Zorn has been doing work. They do have their battle mammoth on the field. Oh, there's Syndic on his pest lizard. He's going to tell them, go away. You're not going to like this. I wonder if Zorn brought any ballista to the field today.
They did yesterday, or on Saturday, I suppose.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Nice re-engagement. Sorry, go ahead, Bogul. Tell us a little bit more news while we watch these poor players die in the background.
To me, it seems like the Albion Online sort of regrouped and pushed back together. And I'm still careful with both switching away from them and showing other stuff on stream. It's a very different experience. And I wanted to mention briefly that on a Tuesday as well, we had the update to the Crystal League time slot announcements. A lot of people had been talking about wanting a different option there, and it got adjusted a little bit. But I think for now we sort of have the slots and, have to see how it works in practice. Do we have enough matches to fill all of these? Is there anything we can do for those who might not be able to join these slots? And that is a balanced process, I suppose, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting process, for sure. Oh, my God. I'm currently watching. Right now, Poe has been replaced, Bogul, by Vibe. In the background. And wow, it looks like these guys from Valen have really done work on the backside of this and collapsed on top of what was Vibe's main force and really did some work. But now Vibe, I don't know where they're getting the numbers, Bogul, but there's a ton of them, and they're collapsing right on top of what was left of these poor Zorn guys. Oh my gosh, look at the numbers. Well, thank you, Lugsy.
I will hop over to Cloud because he might live a little longer. And as soon as they are actually running away, I will.
Yeah, we can't watch poor Cloud run away. That would be unfair to watch. Thank you guys for letting us watch this live. Thank you very much. We appreciate getting to show live content on stream, and we do need live permission because it is a very different situation. We may have gotten these poor bastards killed.
All right, let's talk about more news. Oh, and on Tuesday, we also showcased some of the new Queen content that is right now on the staging test server. We talked a little bit about the new hideouts. Elsa was so kind to put up the various levels of the hideouts in a zone for us, and we spent a good part of the show on Tuesday talking and showing these. So if you haven't seen them from inside, you can watch the VOD on Twitch, where we do that. Copy link. There you go. And if you are curious about the different levels and how many slots they have and everything like that, you can check that out there. Wednesday, Shozen? What happened Wednesday?
Wednesday was when we went over the test server. We went to the test server, didn't we? We were on
again, yeah. We
almost all day, and we were looking at all the things we didn't see before. Mostly, I think we focused on the map, didn't we?
Yeah, we showed some of the new quote unquote cities, the trading outposts. We showed some of the new armor, the Avalonian armor that will be new. But mostly on Wednesday, we just talked about old news again. And did a lot of shout-outs, I feel like.
Well, that's this thing at Bogul. There was so much, and I feel like a lot of our shows have been, let's go over the news we already have, because we have so much news all the time. And it's because Queen is coming out, and we have to get all this information out. And I feel like we do have to repeat a lot of it. Like, we're going to be talking again for like the fourth time about how to move your stuff properly on Monday and on Tuesday and Thursday. So there's a lot going on. We're going to be once again covering the changes to GVZs and territorial conquest and how you take territories for the third or fourth time, just so that everybody gets that, because it's important to understand how these things are done. we need to repeat these things. And when you have all this news coming in such a short period of time, I feel like we need to keep getting it out there over and over and over again. Because, gosh, hey, you might have heard it 3 times, but the guy who hasn't heard it yet needs to know.
And of course, the best source of information, if you need to read up on official announcements, is in addition to the official homepage, also the forums, where the devs regularly go and post additional information. One such thing that we also had on, I think, Wednesday was the thing with the survey. Do you know if that's still running?
Yeah. No, I don't know if it's still running. I have not heard anything about the survey since the last time they told me to give it out to everybody. But I imagine it can't hurt if people fill it out if they haven't filled it out already. It'll let you know that if it's done. You want to just throw them that link out, and we will give it a go. I mean, we want to hear what you have to say. We want to know what's going on with you and how you feel about Albion Online, AO Daily Show, to be quite honest. We want to know what you want to have covered. We need to know that. That's important to us. We want to know what you like about the game, what you don't like about the game. These things are important. But here's the thing. If you've already filled it out, we don't need you to fill it out a second or third time. No, just once is fine.
Yes. On Friday and a Thursday, we also had the announcement about a little performance update that fixed one of the ongoing memory leaks. That was nice because it affected one of our streams in the past, and it also updated the client, so we should have faster patching next week.
Yeah, next week for people who haven't gotten the game or needed the game installed. I'll tell you, I had to install it this morning, and it installed just fine. I had to reinstall Windows yesterday. It was fun, Bogul. I think everybody should do it once every 3 months.
But changing stuff up, or talking about changing stuff up, Retroman also went and posted a little update on the healing sickness debuff. That was, or still is, a controversial topic because double healer comps have been very strong in the 5 versus 5 meta recently, and that seems to be a attempt at fixing that. I know some of the criticism goes towards that, by the way, that also affects ZVZ. So I don't know if this will be the last of the balance adjustments that we will see in the very near future. But it's something that if you hadn't seen it, then now you know. And that brings us almost, I think, to the final thing in terms of news recap from last week, Shozen.
Yeah?
Yeah. Staging Crystal League event?
Oh, that was a big deal, wasn't it? We have a event. Is it still going?
Yes, it's still
last days
until Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, the last days. So we're trying to test the Crystal League.
Mm-hmm.
The entry and the matchmaking and getting all that smooth so that when Queen goes live, we've done our due diligence and everything has been done to make sure it works slick as snot, right? Yeah, 100%.
Not?
I don't know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
And we want it to work. So we need you guys to get together with your friends or other people who play the game and work together as a group of 5 to get a little bit of this 5v5 match in and do it on the test server. And if you record it, Bogul, there's a prize. You can all get 1,000 silver or gold, 1,000 silver, 1,000 silver. It's worth your time. Trust me, 1,000 silver. Do you know what silver is worth right now, Bogul? No, it's gold. Gold, baby, gold.
Yes. I posted the link in Twitch chat again. The best thing you could possibly do to guarantee a fight and a entry into that raffle is to hop on there with your guild, with yourself and 9 friends if possible, and just queue up with 2 different teams so you can get a fight. And then, as Shozen said, if you record it and submit it into the thread I linked in a Twitch chat, then you are part of the draw that will happen. You have time to do this until Wednesday, January 15th, 10 UTC, which is right before downtime in 2 days. One thing I wanted to mention really briefly is that there are crafting stones in the city, which allows you to make
I know what you're about to say.
gear for yourself and your team because it might not be on the auction house on there. Now, these stones also unlock all the gear, the specs to wear gear, right?
Yeah, they do.
But that goes away if you change a zone. So
Yeah, it does.
And if you join the crystal, you're changing zones. Thus, a bunch of people made themselves 8.3 shiny gear and wanted to do crystals with nice video, and then ended up naked. So, please remember that you should make the gear that you can wear. You can fight and enjoy the crystal test anyways and get the gold. And don't make the devs watch a bunch of naked guys running around, because that's, I don't think, intended. Yes. All right.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Is that it? Is that the end of the notes
I don't know.
for last week today?
Oh,
What else did we do? Mini Patch, Retro Man, Crystal League, interviewing for Queen. Yeah, guys, we're looking for more interviews for Queen. I want to know what you think of the Queen update once it releases, and get a hold of me. If you're listening to this now and you're like, I don't have any strong reactions to Queen releasing yet, it's not out yet, you can contact me on Monday or Tuesday once it is and say, I have feelings and I want those feelings to be heard. And then we can do that. Yeah, you can be the next JFK. Who knows? The next JFK of Albion. That would be great. That's what we need. Somebody to rise up out of the political family hierarchy of some small group of Albion and then take over as the new king of Albion, to be removed shortly after.
I think we have enough time to talk about the kings and queens of Albion in a few days during this week. I wanted to see if we have any shout-outs. Let's see.
I'm sure we do.
We do, because that's something you can do. Not only come for interviews to this show, but also with the Twitch thingy feature, send us a message and we will try to read that. Do you have that open, or should I do the first one?
You can hit the first one. I'm opening it right now. We have a bunch of them. There we go.
I feel like the first one we had every single show for the last 5 shows.
But that just means it's consistency. And I hope that they're getting members from this, because this is what the show is about. When you want to shout out, it's a good place for you to say, my guild is recruiting. And you know who's recruiting, Bogul? Newbie is recruiting. They're recruiting new players, old players, and all players in between. Even new old players. Like, if you're old and new, you can join them. Shout out. Eros1. If you're new to Albion or are an experienced adventurer and you're looking for casually competitive guild with a chill, mature, family vibe, the Kingsmen are recruiting great people like you. Now that's a recruitment shout out. That's good. The Kingsmen are recruiting people. I like that. That didn't even leave me any room to like make snide comments on. I like that. Okay. But it's casually competitive. What's casually competitive? Let me rephrase that. Maybe I can make some snide comments about this. Bogle, what is casually competitive?
200k mob fame.
Is that when you show up to every fight but don't care if you win or not?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just casually competitive. All right. Alita Had. I'm going to just go with Alita Had. Sure. Remove Avalonian drones from the game. Oh, wait, I didn't read that right. Remove Avalonian drones from the game. That was how he wrote it.
Ears.
That's
Shozen.
trying to put a little bit of emphasis in it for you. I believe that it was worth it. I understand what you're saying. They do really mess up the gathering for you. It can be rough.
These will be. I have a these will be removed in just 7 days. Enjoy.
No, they're not. Huh? They'll be somewhere. I believe Avalonians will be somewhere in the world. I don't believe that they're disappearing entirely. I believe that they are now the fourth faction in the world of Albion,
Yes.
and that we will see them forever in the world
But not in the
post-Queen.
Outlands, not as annoying.
I don't think they're going to be shooting laser beams up your ass every time you bend over to get a stone. No, I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be able to go and gather and do those things that you're used to, much like the relaxing, casual environment that was Albion Online before this invasion began.
Oh, okay. I heard that.
Okay. Hooney Boy says, shout as hard as you can, Bogul. Now, I've already done that for you last week, and I feel like that's just mean to people. So, Bogul, what can I do? What can we do for that?
We click marked as complete.
Marked as complete. Okay. Albion News 24. Albion News is looking for writers of every type and content creators for their Twitch channel. Absolutely contact Voltel and go get in touch with these guys about Albion News 24. It's a really good news program, and I really want it to succeed and have much more news. Like, I know they've had a ton of articles in the past, but they need your help to create more. And I know a bunch of new people just recently joined their staff, but they need more, just like we do. In order to keep the content going, you need fresh blood. So it's either this or slitting a few throats, and we would much rather just take recruits, right? It's, you know,
what?
Fresh blood. Where do you get it from?
Oh my!
I don't know.
Okay, that took.
I'm not making suggestions here. I'm just, geez, come on. All right. Exxon Fang says second obligatory shout out that Brave Newbies is recruiting. It's tradition at this point. Brave Newbies is recruiting. By the way, in case you guys were not aware, as I'm sure that some of you are new to the channel and haven't heard this before, Brave Newbies is recruiting.
I thought the meme was Fricks is recruiting. Now we're switching over to...
Well, Fricks haven't been paying for the shout-outs. They've got their own stream. By the way,
they're paying
Vetus
us.
is
That's
back.
why we're doing this. Okay.
Well, I don't know. They're redeeming points. I don't know. Is that like... I don't know what that counts as. It's redeeming your points, right? Sure.
You said something about Vetus being back. Is that true?
Vetus is back. I've heard that he's returning for Queen. He had a very cringeworthy song that we played. I think we pretty much premiered it here. Like, we switched from our channel over to his, did a full-on raid and said, guys, it's time. We got a Vetus song. And it was awful.
Well,
but
Vetus
that was
is
the
back
point.
though, and one of the most infamous content creators of Albion as well. So let's all wait for some more awful content and see how he will do.
Vetus is here. Oh, Vetus. Awful in a good way, my friend.
Of course.
I think that was the point, right? It's cringeworthy. You guys, you make the best, worst songs out there.
Yeah.
Awfully good. I like that. Okay. So he doesn't have to pay for his shout outs. That's what happens when you lead a guild as well known as Fricks.
Wow. I thought you were going to say if you lead a guild as well as he's leading Fricks, but then
he's not leading Fricks, okay?
No.
I believe I would love to hear his side of the story about how he got deposed and the implementation of the Frickstitution and Frick's Dependence Day, which he seems to think happened in July, but I'm pretty sure we celebrated that anniversary in January.
I mean, Vetus, if you're listening, maybe you want to do an interview. That, I suppose, goes out to other streamers as well, huh?
Yeah.
It's complicated. Okay.
Of course it's complicated. It's all It's the world of in-game MMO. And I can't tell you the number of times I've had to say, somebody's got to do something about that guild leader. I like the guild, but SkyT's got to go. I mean, sorry, but that guild leader's got to go. And I don't mean at you, Vetus. I'm sure you were great.
Wow.
We don't pull a lot of punches here. I'm sorry. No, I used to work with Vetus. He's a great guy. He did one of my very first shows here with me.
That will
Oh,
be...
he's currently GM again right now, by the way. Look at that, Bogul. That's good news. Glad to hear it. What were you going to say, Bogul?
Never mind. I was just looking for a thing to find, because we are sort of at the end of our show. You realize that we're just scraping the floor to find content by reading random things from Twitch chat. So it may be time.
Bogul, we have 3 more shout outs to do. How random can they be? This is what the people want to hear.
It's just going to be more newbies recruiting spam. So I think we need to put a stop to this. And
it's not all newbies. There's literally no newbies recruiting here. We have OK Den, a normal shout out to Bogul from Hooney Boy.
Okay, thanks.
Hey Bogul, I think the guy likes you. He's a big fan of yours. What do you want, Bogul? People like to taint. They're big fans. All right, Fricks is recruiting all day, every day from Bubba Dodge 321. Yeah, they are. They need to in order to keep their numbers up. Join Conflict today. Always looking for more. Probably the same thing. Their members die from old age.
Whoa.
No, I love all you guys. It's just I love seeing the same guys recruiting every day. And I know you guys have all guilds, and it's not like you only have the 300 members in your main guild. They're all over. But it's so much fun to just do this. I love this job and getting to play with you guys every day. Thank you guys for tuning in to another AO Daily Show. We're going to head out of here because the invasion is over. And yeah, it's really hard to cover these when you have to get pre-permission. I actually feel bad for Zorn. When they told me that I could watch them, they didn't know it was live. And so they're pretty sure they just got rolled over and stream sniped. But they had a good time doing it. I love Zorn. I hope to get Lugsy back in here for another interview, maybe some of the other guys. We absolutely love hearing from all you guild leaders. So yes, we need 4 more interviews. Other than that, thank you guys. We're going to be out of here. We'll be back tomorrow, 18 UTC. We don't know how we're going to cover like our normal Albion Live yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are no more GVGs, Bogul. PSA, GVGs are gone.
I suppose that was news as well for last week.
No, it's news from Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
Where is the overtime? On Monday, this is overtime. We kind of combine overtime on Mondays and Fridays. So, because we're not transitioning into another show. And we know that the SoundCloud guys like to hear a little bit of it, but I don't want to make it all the shows all week because sometimes it drones on during the week when we have very tight shows.
Yeah.
So it's Monday. We don't have Albion Live after this and, no overtime.
Okay. So I have one final shout out for myself. Shout out to Money Guild and Black Order, who might end up in 3rd place this season. I'm surprised, but if that's how the dice fall, then that's interesting nonetheless. And with 5 days and 6 hours left in the season, there is a little bit of room to push, but I don't know how. Do you think Money Guild or Black Order will make it to Crystal before we?
Hold on, let me look at this.
Money Guild has 143k and Black Order has 138k. To get Crystal, you need 180. So I think we can make a small prediction whether or not they will be able to make it, Shozen.
I don't think they're going to do it, Bogul. I think they're gone.
Oh.
There was a joke I really wanted to make about these guys all prepping, how different guilds were prepping. But I'm pretty sure it didn't pass the censors. And we've already been a little rough today. Like, I haven't even gotten a response on that. I'm pretty sure do not dare do that kind of message. But different people are preparing in different ways. We could say that. And I don't think Money Guild is going to be turning out. I just don't think they're going to be coming back to get these points. Oh. And it makes me sad. I think Black Order is going to pass them for sure. Do I think Black Order is going to get another 40k?
In 5 days.
They're trying. They're trying. If you saw the last invasion, let's look at the map, Bogle. Go ahead and open up the map. See if Black Order is covering Mercia once again, as they were. Yeah, they are. They have taken all of Mercia. Black Order is working their asses off for it.
Ooh.
So you know what? Yes, they are gonna make it. I don't think anybody is going to compete with them to stop them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think Money Guild is coming out until the party is on. And I don't even know if they're coming back. I mean, mid-tier League of Legends is fun, right?
Ooh, okay.
Hey, man, little fish in a gigantic ocean or big fish in a tiny pond. More like a snapping turtle. Derek's more like a snapping turtle than a fish in our pond. I'd hate to see him go. Old cranky himself. Yeah, but it looks like Red Army is going to take it, and I think they'll, at this point, they keep it up. They want it. They work at it. I've got faith in them. They've only got 4 days left to go. Russians can go 4 days. 3 months? Nah, 4 days. Oh, yeah.
All right. And with that, I suppose we will hear you or see you Tuesday, I suppose, tomorrow. That is with unclear programming as to how we will do the show. We have some plans, but we need to figure out what we do with the Albion Live segment because there are no GVDs. So we might watch some ZVZ instead. Who knows? We'll see. That's all I have. Anything else? Otherwise, I will turn off this puppy and wish everybody a good, fun rest of the day to prepare for Queen.
I have one question.
Yeah.
How do you turn off a puppy?
On the back of these things, there's like.
I think you don't answer that. That's a rhetorical question. You move on and you say thank you for watching. See you guys next time.
Bye.